Hey guys, so you're welcome once again to this channel. So this particular video I'm going to show you how to create a very simple design just as the one you're seeing on the screen right away. Okay, so sometimes a lot of people get to ask me questions how I make most of my designs, and that is what you're about to find out right away. Okay, so now let's dive in. So I want to believe you've watched my previous video on how I showed you around the Canva website. If you haven't, please click the link wherever you're seeing it right now on the screen to watch that video right away. Okay, so now let's get started. So the first thing you want to do is to come back to your main Canva site, the main home page of your Canva. Okay, so when you get here, all you're going to do now is to click on create a design. So once you click create a design, you're going to choose what kind of design do you want to work on. Is it an Instagram post? So you need to know the size of what you're working with. So the size is actually 1080 by 1080 if you're working for if you're making a design for Instagram post. So the design we actually have here is 1080 by 1080. So we just come here and click on Instagram post, which is a square. So you click on the post, you click on it, and it's going to load for you. So it's going to open the dashboard, that is the workspace where you're going to do everything you want to do right away. So this is how the dashboard looks like. So now please make sure you follow me, watch me very well, do as I'm going to do so you can get the same result as I have. So one of the questions you might want to ask me is, how did I get this image of this food that is here? How did I get the image of the food that is here? So I normally use a website called HiClipart. So you can just go to HiClipart. Okay, open let me just open a new tab. So go to the site, says HiClipart.com. So when you come to HiClipart.com, you're going to search for any particular image you want to download. So let's say food. So when you search for food, you're going to see a lot of images on food. So can you see them now? So all you need to do is to just download any of the image you want. Just click on the image and you get to see the option to download. So do you see it now? So this is where I get most of my design images from. So now let's head back to today's business. So now the first thing you want to do is, after downloading your images, what do? You come to your uploads and you're going to click on upload media. So that particular image you downloaded, upload them now to your folder on Canva so that you can make use of them. So me, I already have my images upload here, so I'm just going to look for the image. I have a lot of food images here. So as many images you want to use for your designs, just download them from that website and thank me later. Okay, so I'm looking for that particular image. Okay, so this is the image I used here. This is one of them. So I'm just going to click on the image and it's going to show in the middle immediately. Okay, so I'll just adjust the size a little bit. Okay, so I adjust the size a little bit and make sure it's in the middle. So let's be checking this particular one to see how it looks like. Okay, so first of all, after putting the image, the next thing I want to do is to go and bring in the background image. So I think I have a background image already uploaded on this site. So let's go and fetch it right away. So I'm looking for the background now. Okay, you can see the background here. So this is the background I actually used. So I'm going to increase it. I'm going to increase the size and then send to back. Okay, so I'm sending it to the back and then I'm going to apply little transparency to it. Okay, so you can see now. Okay, so I'm going to lock it so that it doesn't disturb what I want to do. All right, so the next thing is there is a particular leaf that I use, so I'm going to look for the leaf. So you can see it here. I also downloaded this particular leaf from that high clipper. Just search for, if you click on it now, if you click on this image, you see line angle point pattern. So if you search for something like this on that website I showed you before, now you're going to get something like this. So I click on it and I'm just going to move it here. So you see it here already. So what I did was to increase the size a little bit. Okay, so let's see what we have here. Okay, so I think we're in line. Okay, so head back and you're just going to adjust it a bit. Okay, so the next thing I did was to look for these gradients you are seeing here. These are gradients. So I come back here, I go to elements, and I'm going to search for gradients. Okay, so search for gradients. So I search for gradients and you see various options to choose from. So there's a particular gradient I use. That's what I'm going to look for now. So you can see it here. This is the gradient I use. So what I did was I changed the color to green all through. Okay, I changed it to green all through. Change it to green, change it to green. So after changing it, I brought it somewhere here. Okay, and then I duplicated and then I moved it here. So let's see how the pattern looks like. Okay, so I think we are on track. So this is what I did. Okay, and then for this, let's see. Okay, so I'm going to rotate this a little bit. So let's see. Okay, I think we're on track. So I just rotated a little bit and you can see here. So the next thing is to get our write-up here, this write-up, the logo, and this other write-up underneath. So here is what I did. Now I think this one still needs to be rotated a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to the test option here. So I'm going to get the test which says we take care of every taste board. All right, so I come to add a heading, and then this one will be we take care of every. Okay, so this take care of is going to be green, so I'm reducing this size, and then I'm going to use a particular font which is called Fredoka 1. So I'm using Fredoka 1. That's the font I'm going to use, and this color is going to be green. It's going to be green. So okay, so the next one I'm going to just duplicate and then say every taste board. So I'll type this now. Every taste board. So this particular size font now is going to be red. It will be red, and the size will be increased a little bit. All right, so let's zoom in so we can see what we're working on. So I've increased the size a little bit, and then I'm going to reduce this one a bit, so you can see now. So the next thing here is I'm just going to duplicate this, and then I'm going to change the style, the font style to tall TT4, then make the color to be black. Okay, so this is going to bear the phone number. Okay, So I'm just going to copy this phone number from here. I'm copying this phone number now, so I'll just come and paste it here. Okay, I'll copy again. Okay, so this is the phone number. I'm going to reduce the size and then make it bold a bit. Okay, so now go back to your elements. You're going to search for phone icon. So search for phone icon. So anything you want, just search on the elements. You're going to get it from there. So I just click on any of these elements. This is the one I need. Okay, so I'll drag it to the front where we have the phone number. Okay, so I think I need to remove this bold and then make the text to align to the left. Okay, so let me see if there's any difference. Okay, I think the icon is a bit different. Okay, so let's see the one. Okay, so I think this is the one I used. This is the one. All right, so delete this first one. I'm going to just reduce the size. Okay, so I'm going to zoom in so you see what I'm doing very well. So this is it, and then I'm going to drag it down a little bit. So what's the next thing we need to work on now? So see this one. Okay, you see the option for order now and then Vigo main gate. Okay, so I'll come back now. I'm just going to duplicate this and then I'll bring it somewhere here. So always make sure that they are in line. So I select all and say order now. So this order now is going to be bold. Then this one I'm going to duplicate now will not be bold. So I'm going to remove the bold feature from it, and then I'm going to say Vigo, then main gate. So I'm going to reduce this font size a little bit, just reduce it a little bit. Okay, and then still make sure that it's in line with what we have here. Okay, so I think we're done with the footer area. So let's come up. So what is remaining here is the logo. So I'm going to search for chicken because I recall that it was a chicken icon that I used. So you can see it here. So I just click on it and I'm going to reduce the size. Okay, so I place it somewhere here. So now see it says Foodie Corner. So that's the title, that's the name of the brand. So I'm going to duplicate this now and then type Foodie Corner. So I'll align to the left hand side. Then I'm going to adjust the spacing. So you see what I'm doing now. Then I will reduce the size. So let me see the font I actually use. Okay, I think the color is black, and then I suspect I use popping medium. Okay, so this is how I made this sweet design you're seeing here. So if you look at it right now, look at what we've made. I'm going to close this so you can see the full work that we have done just now. So this is how I made this simple design on Canva. So I would love you to try it and let me know how far you have mastered Canva to this particular stage. So please make sure you watch my previous video on how I showed you how to navigate around Canva if you haven't watched it. Okay, thank you. See you in my next video.